because everyone knows who sees the headlines and who has real information. Yes, we have a government shutdown. The federal government is shut down. Congress is in Washington, D.C. They're not in their home districts. It's an impasse. But in fact, what we really have is an economic breakdown. And we have a situation where the government shutdown and also the orchestration of the crisis over the debt ceiling of the federal government of the United States, which has a mid-October deadline set on it, all of this kind of thing is part of a swindle operation being conducted under Wall Street orders for Obama and cohorts to kill Glass-Steagall. That's what's behind this government shutdown and the debt ceiling crisis orchestration. Let me say that a few hours ago, Mr. LaRouche and several people, including Hector and other staff, met, as they often do weekly, but went over the situation, and since then, a statement's been put out, which we're going to get out all over the place. Please look for it, everyone, soon on LaRouchePub.com, where you hear this show. But otherwise, you'll see it. It might already be on LaRouchePack.com. And the headline of this statement is that LaRouche says, behind the shutdown and debt ceiling swindle, Wall Street orders Obama to kill Glass-Steagall. Now, I usually don't read, but I'm going to read a few sentences because it says it like it is. The reality, as bluntly stated by Lyndon LaRouche today, is that the ongoing government shutdown and threatened default on U.S. sovereign debt on October 17 is nothing more than an orchestrated swindle aimed at conditioning the American people for the murderous policies that have already been accepted by Obama and by leading congressional Republicans. So Lynn says, and here's a quote from him in this short statement, "The moment of truth has arrived. I call on the American people to demand that Congress stop behaving like a bunch of corrupt fools going along with the Wall Street Obama swindle. Pass Glass-Steagall, wipe out the power of Wall Street and their European cohorts, allies, and get on with the business of reviving this nation and the world around a plan of genuine development, as my colleagues and I have spelled out." So there's a few particulars. I won't go into them all because we have much to hear from the Midwest, from Hector. But in the past week, a few things stand out that back up what we're talking about here. One thing happened on Wednesday, October 2nd. At the White House, Obama met with all the top mega banks of the London Wall Street axis. That would be Jamie Dimon from J.P. Morgan. He met with Deutsche Bank, Citicorp, you name it. There were a bunch of them. They're part of something called they have a little front group called Financial Services Foundation, I think. And so that's one element of there you have it, where there's all this flurry going on about Yosemite Park being shut down and many other worthy things, like the fact that over 8 million women and children who really depend on help under the Women, Infants, and Children's Program for milk products and other things, that's discontinued this weekend. But apart from that, what stands out is this is a whole harem-scarum serving the banking interests. That this is what's being put out there, that the American people are supposed to be freaked and go along with accepting bail-ins of different kinds.